with the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It will debut on the Disney Treasure in December 2024. So we'll show you some cool images and our marquee. This, of course, is a big labor of love for all of us, all the Imagineers working on this project, kind of taking the Haunted Mansion and creating a bar and lounge experience, this immersive bar and lounge experience. We've been working on this for over 3 years now. And it's a labor of love. We just kind of, Nick and I and the team, we've really worked hard on trying to kind of capture the nostalgia, the authenticity of the Haunted Mansion, but bring something new to the whole experience as well. So Nick, if you want to talk about design, and then I'll talk about the experience.
Yeah, sure. So of course, we're all huge Haunted Mansion fans, all of Imagineering, all the fan base. So what we did was we looked at all the Haunted Mansions around the world, Phantom Manor, the Haunted Mansions, our 3 locations, and we wanted to take all of those iconic pieces that you always see when you're in the attraction, and then try to figure out how can we bring that to Disney Cruise Line and bring that nautical twist. So we, of course, partnered with a lot of our different partners across Imagineering, including Kim Irvine, where we started looking at a lot of Raleigh Crump's original Museum of the Weird sketches and seeing all those little twists and bends that we can bring that makes it very specific to Disney Cruise Line, but still harnesses that very classic, nostalgic Haunted Mansion on board of what we're calling kind of an original first-class parlor that you would have seen on original cruise liners back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, and of course we took a lot of inspiration. We did a lot of research in our art library, our Walt Disney Imagineering art library, and as you can see in the marquee, a lot of Museum of the Weird influences here too. You'll see a lot of nods to Raleigh Crump and his amazing designs throughout the whole space. Even in the carpet, Nick designed this really cool rug, and if you look, just like in Haunted Mansion, there's just like little eyes staring back at you, and the wallpaper, it's a classic purple wallpaper, and the carpet everywhere. It's just, something's always staring at you.
Yeah.
And so what's really cool is when you enter the space, you get to actually open one of those doors in the corridor doors. So we designed our front door to look like that. You enter the door, you go inside, and we created this 30-minute kind of immersive ambiance experience. So when you come inside the lounge, it's going to go through that classic structure of the attraction where you attend the funeral of our captain character, the captain ghost. We're attending his funeral. You hear that funeral music. You hear the ghost host. And then the funeral goes into limbo. All the ghosts are trying to materialize, but we can't see them yet. So we have to go through the seance led by Madame Leota. And after the seance, then we go to the swinging wake, and then the whole space come to life with special effects, ghosts, illusions, and it becomes a real swinging party in here while you drink your spirits as part of the experience. We created a brand new music loop. It's with our composer Shruti Kumar. She created a 30-minute experience weaving in all those classic themes that bring this whole experience to life with new arrangements that kind of give this big emotional arc to the whole experience. And you'll hear all those classic sound effects, classic voices, and some new things as well. What we're showing you here is only just a small percentage of the illusions and the new effects that we're creating for this experience. So we're very excited to share more with you all in the future. Anything to add?
This was a labor of love, for sure. For sure. This was one that, we started on this about 4 years ago in design, and you can imagine how we all, jumped right at the opportunity to get to dive into this and bring this kind of experience to life. For us, really, like Danny mentioned, it started with the idea of, hey, we get to finally get out of our dune buggies. We get to open one of the doors to the corridor of doors. What's inside? So now you get to actually feel the wallpaper. So we paid a lot of attention to every detail in this space of material finishes, because you're finally getting out of the dune buggies and getting to live in your own Haunted Mansion experience at the Haunted Mansion Parlor.
You even get to sit in one of those cool, the red chair.
We even put the duck chair, yeah. So we have the duck chair from inside the attraction that will be there for you as well for photo opportunities.
Changing paintings. Our spooky fireplace, we have the 13-hour grandfather clock, but it's actually a mantle clock on the fireplace itself. So you'll see these renderings up close and personal a little bit later, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have now.